Too many stores to even count at this point, Cal. As you can see, the blocks are boarded up as the city prepared to weather a storm. However, it blew through overnight with a vengeance. Take a look. This is the Timberland store right here in Soho. That the board was just ripped right down with crowbars, and then the looters went right inside and ransacked the place. A curfew now lifted here in the city just minutes ago, but it didn't do much to deter all the destruction overnight. It was another night of mayhem here in Manhattan and across the boroughs as we saw looting, vandalism, fires, and destruction around almost every corner. The fifth night of unrest in the city seemed to be the most widespread. Organized looters hit almost every store you could think of, from high-end to drugstore, even banks. The big department stores like Bloomingdale's and Macy's weren't spared either. The NYPD seemed to struggle to hold the line of law and order as dozens of retailers were hit despite boarding up while under the curfew. Police officers are now on a 12-hour plus tour, and the city doubled the contingent of cops to 8,000 on the beat overnight. The mayor and governor, though, are hesitant to bring up the National Guard. Much of Manhattan this morning looks as if it were hit by a hurricane, with plywood covering businesses to try and spare itself from the inevitable storm. But depending on the store, it was no match for the band of thieves who ripped them down with crowbars to get inside and ransack the high-priced apparel. The NYPD tells us over 200 people have been arrested.
We've seen a lot from out of town, a lot of California, upstate, not typical New Yorkers, but there still are a lot of New Yorkers who are joined in with them. So as we talk about a small group, they probably number in 1,000 to 2,000 that are currently in this city, joining in with the many thousands who are justly protesting.
Overnight, police gave us this video of the suspects wanted for mowing down a cop in Soho just yesterday morning after robbing a cell phone store. They made their getaway in two cars from out of state and plowed into a police officer responding to that robbery. He was not seriously hurt. And as the curfew is now over for the first night in New York City, clearly there will be many lessons that need to be learned. The mayor already saying that it's going to start 3 hours earlier tonight at 8 o'clock. We will be out here watching to see if, in fact, that does help the problem. That is the latest. Live from Soho, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.